Hello and welcome to the Tarka Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be playing RivenWorld, and I'm going to be doing another tutorial on the game. This is an update tutorial. I'd done a tutorial for this game about a month ago or 2 months ago, and the game has changed quite a bit since then, so we're going to do one more today. The server that I normally play on is US1. We'll go there at the end of this video to look at what I've built there. But let's go to servers, and let's go to a server that I know I haven't been to. They do have 2 US PvP servers, and they have 1 PvE US server. And then they have European servers, 1 PvP, 2 PvP, and the third one being a PvE only server. For this tutorial, we're going to just jump into the PvE server for US. Now, I haven't logged into this server at all, so I should be starting at square one. And I'm going to try to do this video real fast so I'm not just clogging up your afternoon with an hour worth of nonsense. I'm going to try to go quickly, and I'm going to try to be precise in how I explain the game to you. So when you log into the game, you log in randomly in the world. The developer has given you 3 items to start off with. An axe, a torch, and 4 apples. You automatically start off in first person view, but if you hit V as in Victor, you'll go to this view here. And that's the view I like to play in. So here we are, we're on a sandy beach on the outside of the ocean. And the first thing you should notice is there's a compass at the top that's telling you east, south, west, and north. There's a mini map on the screen. It's up on the right there, the upper right. And there's some information they're telling you because I believe I've got the axe in my hand. Underneath the mini map can be used to chop down trees. Now, depending on what you have in your hand, I believe that informational changes. Place on the ground if you want to. So the torch here, if I hit Q, I can place it on the ground and I'll be able to work around the torch. Now, after 15 minutes, the torch will go out. So you can pick it up at any time by hitting E, and it goes back to your hand. But watch out for that informational underneath the mini map when you put an item in your hand, and it will tell you what you need to do with that item. Here we are. We've got a little rabbit here running around. I don't know if its hitbox is going to be allowed. Oh yeah, its hitbox will allow me to. Sometimes some animals you need to use the bow. Okay, there he is. So I'm just attacking him. And this is going to be important. Oh, he's going to go in the ocean, isn't he? All right. Sometimes the animals pathfind into water, and once they go into the water, they'll stay in there, and then they normally come out. Okay. He went in. Oh, is he not? Oh, is he not there? Oh no, there he is. So he's not. There he goes. All right. So now I've killed it. I'm getting raw meat. And you can see I have to hack at it a few times to get the meat. Okay, exhausted the meat. So now we've got in our quick bar down below on number 4 is the meat. So to access the items in your quick bar, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on what's there. To access your inventory, it's the tab. Hit tab. Here's what we've got. We've got nothing in our major inventory, and these are the items in the hot bar. They start you off with some leather, simple clothes, actually leather shoes, simple clothes, simple cloth shirt. So that's what they start you off with. So I got the meat in my hand. You can see that. See, I got the meat in my hand. Let's put the axe back in my hand and make our way to a tree. All right, we're going to make our way up here. It looks like somebody started a project. Yeah, someone started a project right here, and they haven't claimed the land. So they've got this little project that they started, but this land isn't claimed. And the reason why I know this land hasn't been claimed is I can use the items that are on the land. We're going to talk about land claiming in the future of this video, but we're not going to talk about it right now. First, we're going to get some logs. And what I do is I got the axe in my hand. I'm just using the left mouse button to click on it to attack the tree, basically. And you'll see the tree falls down, and when the tree animation falls down, you'll see that on the left hand side of the screen, it tells me what I got. So I'm not getting anything right now. See, I'm whacking the tree. There's nothing There's nothing being collected. There it goes. As soon as the tree falls down, it tells me what I'm getting from the tree. And now if I go to my inventory, down in the quicks, because they were open down here in the quick slot, the wood populated. So what with this game, anything new you take in the inventory, if the quick bar, hot bar is open, it's going to populate that quick bar. It's going to go right into that quick bar. So you'll see here when I chop this tree down, that under 5, you should see. Now, what it is, if we don't see it now, but when we go into the update the inventory by hitting tab, oh no, it didn't put, I'm sorry, it didn't go down there because I have it in my inventory and it just added to the stack. That's why we didn't see it go down there. But if we picked up something new, let's go and just forage this rock face, and so I can show you what I mean by that it automatically goes. I'm foraging. That's the E command on the ground. So now you see it. It populated that quick slot, that stone that I just picked up. See, it populated. So the reason why the logs didn't was because I already had them in my inventory and it knew to just add to the stack. Okay, and there we go. I picked up a sharp rock that filled number 6. Sharp rocks, I throw those on the ground. I don't really, and then stone. So now if I were to pick up more stone, it would automatically add to the stack and it should not add to the quick bar. What you want to do with the quick bar is make sure that you have items that make sense down there. Items that you're going to use normally, you just use on the fly. So it populated the stone. Now let me explain to you with the foraging in this game. The foraging, you just look down and you see it says E forage. You hit E, and you forage the ground. This is where you're going to find random items in the game. Here I got some buttercup flower. But more or less, a lot of my foraging in the early game is on rock faces so that I can get the stone I need to make certain items in this game. So I got nothing there. And you're probably asking yourself why I'm moving. Is the game's designed to exhaust locations. So you only can forage them once, and I got nothing there. You only can forage them once, and then it's exhausted. And then over time, the system will randomly return items. So let's just go down here to that foraging spot. So if you got stone here, the system says, okay, we're going to regenerate that stone. I got 6 sharp blocks there. It's going to regenerate those that foraging location over a set amount of time. So you just can't sit in one spot and forage because it's just not going to work for you. We're going to do one more foraging on this rock face. And depending on what you're foraging, the area you're foraging is going to determine what you get. There's some more stone. So if I went down to the sand and foraged down on the beach, then you're going to get sand. So I believe this is, okay, I can't forage here. This is like hard clay. Here, I can forage here. Some locations you can't forage at all because it's like a hard pack. So foraging, I should get sand block. See, I got sand. And sand is needed to make glass in this game. So you'll be definitely foraging in sandy locations. I got nothing there because I probably was too close to the exhaustion location. All right, so now that we've determined how to get meat and rocks and the wood, we need to now look at what the game allows us to craft off the bat. Now, by hitting the tab command, it brings you to the inventory, but you got these extra tabs up here. And with the second tab, it's called crafting. And what this does, it allows you to craft simple items in the game. You can do a wood club if you want. You can do a wood axe. You just need sticks for that. You need sticks just to make the pickaxe because this is a simple pickaxe. You can make a spade. This allows you to dig up the tree stumps so that the trees don't regrow. You need a bucket to get water because your thirst meter needs to be replenished. And then you got a workbench where you can craft some items. We're going to make that next. Campfire and torch. So we're going to do the workbench first, and we're going to start crafting that. It's going to take, what's it say, 30 seconds. So we can still walk around while we're crafting that. Okay, what I want to do during this 30 seconds is show you that you can forage the trees. And this is where you're going to get your sticks. This is also where you're going to get food, basic food like apples and pears. So I got 2 pears and sticks, and I got some leaves. So I'll go up to this tree and forage this tree. Again, this works on the same principle as the ground is. You'll exhaust that tree. So that tree, you can't forage it again until the game system puts the that tree had nothing. Puts the items back in over time. Not all trees will get you stuff. So there's some pears, some sticks. And nothing from there. All right, so we're going to go up here, and we see these big blocks here. These will give you stone if you hit them with the pickaxe. But what we need to do is make our way up to the gold nodes. Now, the nodes in this system are spread out through the map. And let's hit M here so that you can see what the map looks like. So, this is where I'm at, where you see the triangle, the orange triangle. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm going to ping, is where I need to go to get the gold that I need. And then this is the rest of the map. And you can ping locations. You can ping up to 3 locations. So I do want to go to that location. I want to get rid of these pings here that I placed here. I want to go to that location which I pinged. I'm going to hit resume here. I want to hit M to get out of the map. And you can see it tells me I'm 500 and something meters where that green is. Now, the reason why we need to go up there to get the gold is the only way to make a claim marker in this game is to get gold. And this is going to be a process because the gold returns gold only at the end of the exhaustion of the node. So you're going to hit it for a while and you're just going to get stone from it. And then you're going to get to a point where the node's almost exhausted, and then you're going to get gold from it. And that's what you need to put a claim down. So our thirst and hunger meter looks fine for now, so we don't have to worry about that. You'll see that I've got an energy meter above my health meter down by the lower right. There's a bear right there. Do note the animals in this game are vicious. They will one-shot you, especially if you have no armor on. So the hostile animals, try to stay away from them. So here we are, we're at a gold node. This is the gold node. So what I've got to do is hit tab and go to crafting and see what I need for the wood. See, I need more sticks. So I can continue doing foraging to get sticks, or I can make my own sticks. So let's go in this building. This is a building that the developers have placed in the game. You got somebody here that put a water trough here, and it's not claimed, so I can actually drink out of that if I want. And they've built up here, but this is claimed. See, all this is claimed, and you can see the claim marker is right there in front of me. That's what a claim marker looks like. So somebody claimed this corner of this building, and this is where they're doing their thing. And I can't interact with anything that has been claimed. I can't attack it either if they're not online. So right now I do no damage to their stuff. Oh, and I think I'm on the PvE server anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if I was on the PvP server, I would not be able to damage this stuff as long as the person's offline. That's the part of the game you need to realize, that if you log off, you are protected. You are fully protected. Nothing can, even on the PvP servers, nothing can hurt your stuff. So what we need to do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up shop. I'm going to bring that table, that workbench, and I'm going to hit 6. It's in the 6 command. There it is. And because none of this, see, I can't place on his claimed land because he's claimed the land, the whole chunk above me. That's why it's in red. I can't place anything on that person's property, but that person didn't claim anything else. So I can easily just start building here. and it's in this building, and I'm kind of protected. So if you find these buildings in the world, you might want to consider starting off in one of these buildings if it hasn't been claimed. Now, I could be a doughhead and claim this chunk I'm standing on, put a wall here and a door, and then that person would have no access to their stuff because there's no way out into this building other than this front door. So you got to take in mind that that person's taking a risk up there by not blocking this entrance and claiming it, because anybody could block this, and that's just it. So let's go to the workbench and hit E, and this is going to show us all the nifty things that we can make in the game. And the first thing I want to make is a carpentry bench. That is key here, guys. Carpentry bench, carpentry bench. Craft that as soon as you can. That's going to take a minute to craft. While we're crafting that, we're going to go out and chop some more trees down. All right, so we're just going to chop some trees. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why aren't we hearing sound in the game? I shut the sound off for this tutorial, but I can easily turn it back on. Go to sound, go to master, just tune up this. Hit apply settings. Is it okay? Yes. And then resume. I don't know if that's going to be, you can barely hear it. But yeah, that's why I turned it down. So now that bench should be made or close to made. 7 seconds left. Yeah, I can barely hear the sound. I'll tune it up some more. So I put it in my inventory. I have to take it out of the output hopper. That's what's nice about these benches is they'll work even if you're not at them. All right. All right. I'm trying to place that. There we go. So then I'm going to hit E. And this is where I'm going to make some sticks. I'm going to hit maximum. I can make 100 sticks. And the reason why I'm making 100 sticks is sticks are needed to make the basic crafting tools. All these basic crafting tools is you just need sticks. So I would suggest to you is just get a bunch of sticks to start off. This is the easiest way to get them than to go forge the trees for them. And now we can just drag them into my inventory from the bench, the output, and go to craft, and now I can make that wooden pickaxe. I want to hit max. I only can make one for the amount of sticks that I took out of the hopper. So we're going to make one pickaxe. They don't take that long, and then it ended up down in my hotbar automatically because, again, that's how the system works. So now we're going to go over to this node here, and this is part of the game you need to understand. Go and look at my hotbar next to the meat, and look at the pickaxe on the 5 command. Watch this pickaxe. It degrades as I go. So depending on the tools you use in this game, they have a durability loss. And that durability loss is evident, you can see. And then what's going to happen is the pickaxe is going to break and it's just going to remove itself from the world. Gone. And you see at the very above the node, there's a red bar, or there was a red bar. We'll see it again. When we get our another pickaxe going. It shows you where you are with the node. So I've got 40 sticks now, and we will make better tools here, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But let's make a few pickaxe. Whoop. Unfortunately, and how to cancel something in this bar. Unfortunately, it defaults to the top. I was trying to queue multiples. If I hit craft here for the pickaxe, and then I hit, it automatically averts back to the top of the menu. I'll talk to the developer about that. But if you create a pickaxe and you decide you don't want that club, you right click on it. You just do one right click. It will return the materials to your inventory that you use to queue it. All right, so now we've got some pickaxe. We got some pickaxe. I think we got 4 of them now. We got 2 in the hotbar, 2 up in the inventory. That should be enough to get this done. All right, so now you can see here the gold node at the very top below the compass. It reflects how many hit points or durability it has. And as I was saying, with the gold, it only comes to, you only get it towards the end of depleting this node. All right, so I got to put the other one in my hand. All right, we're getting down there. Well, at least we're getting a lot of stone. And we're going to need the stone to make a furnace and to make a smelter. So that's what the stone's going to be used for. We're going to see that in a moment, how to make those. So I got to bring down from my inventory. I'm hitting tab each time to get into my inventory, dragging the item down into my hotbar, and then I'm whacking away at it some more. So we're getting close to the point where we're going to get gold from this thing. There we go. Gold, 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 gold. All right. So that's what we needed, was the gold. We only need one for the claim system. So let's look at this bench here. We got to create a hammer, the build hammer. You got to have one of these to pick up items off the map. And I only need sticks and I only need stone to make it. It doesn't take long to make it. So I'll have it here. It's in the output. It's now in my inventory. So what I normally do is on my hotbar, the first three items are always the axe, the pickaxe, and the hammer, and then I fill these with my weapons. And I don't want, just what you do for these items that you don't want, just grab a hold of them and drop them on the ground. Grab a hold of them, drop them anywhere. And same with this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Just cleaning up my inventory, moving items. And then once I've dropped those items, they are little loot bags on the ground that somebody else can pick up. The system will come and gobble those up in a while, but they're there for anybody to take. The reason why I put the hammer, I got it in my hand now. I'm going to right click and hold down, and it picks the table up. Now those tables are down in my quick slots here because I picked them up. The reason why I picked them up is I don't want to crowd this guy. I don't want him to feel that I'm encroaching on him. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our base of operations, now that we got the key items that we need, to a more preferable location. Whatever location you might find preferable, it's up to you. What resource nodes you want to be near. So for this video, what we're going to do is we're going to go to where I feel is a good middle spot for the game for good resources. This little lake here is a nice little lake to kind of be around, but there's not a lot of resources here. This lake used to have a lot of resources until the map got tweaked. They changed some of where resources were. So this was the place to be, around this lake. But now the only thing really around it is water and trees. But if you want a little lakefront property, or if you want to build on the lake itself, you can do that. If you're just looking for that aesthetic, you can also build on the ocean if that's what you want to do. I'm just going to try to show you where I find is like one of the most favorable spots in the game. And it's just up here. Because it's midway on the map, it's center on the map, and it's got iron resources around it. The reason why I'm running slow is because I run out of energy. And the only way to recoup energy is to actually stop. And by doing that, you'll get your energy back, and then you can sprint again. But then you'll become exhausted. But I believe around the iron nodes is definitely a place that I would suggest going, because you're getting two resources out of those iron nodes. You're getting stone, and you're getting iron. And iron is quite valuable for what you want to do in this game. There's a lot of things that require iron. And to be really up where the nodes are, then I think that helps you. That gives you a leg up. I know it might be a very contested hotspot on a PvP server, because I know as a PvP person on a PvP server, the nodes, try to control the nodes or be near nodes so that you always have advantage to getting them. All right, so you can see here, these are the iron nodes. There's a group of them here. There's 4 of them here. There's going to be 3 sets of 4 down this, no, 2 sets of 4 down this road. Down this side road. You'll see them down there. Down there, you'll see them. And then there's another set of iron nodes right here. So being anywhere in this area is good to go. You can see the iron nodes down there. Now, I'm going to hit the M, and you're going to see where I am on the map. I am right here on the map. Now, this location allows me to go this way and go this way around this big mountain. So I can go either way around the mountain to get resources. I can get rid of that ping. So we're right here where I've pinged the map. This is where your iron nodes are in the game. They're nowhere else in the game. That's how the game designer made it. Resources are in key locations only. Like your copper nodes, I'm pinging, like where I'm pinging right here, these are where you're going to find copper. If you need oil, this is up by this swamp is where you're going to find oil. If you need gold, this is where you're going to find gold. So that's really, and then you're going to find your sand. And then what they've got is periodically they got the big stone rocks in different areas that you'll find. There's a mini town here where I've pinged, right here where I'm pinging. Let me get rid of these pings. There's a mini town where you can do stuff with NPCs. And then there's a town over here on this island, this side sliver island is a town. This is all sand up here. You're going to find those nodes, those stone nodes in this field area here. And then obviously you've got the animals that are running around. So let's set up shop. I think I want to set up shop right up here. I think right here because there's no trees that are going to interfere with my plan. And again, some nodes. So you can see the town. This town in the background there. You can see it. So let's put our benches down, and let's do this. All right, so now we can get to making. So let's go to the carpentry bench, and the first thing I need to do is make some wooden blocks. I think the wooden blocks will allow me to make a foundation at least. You can make anything you see here from this bench. You just need to find the materials to do it. It's going to tell you, when I say this tall wooden fence, it's going to tell me I need planks to make that. If I want to make this watchtower, I need logs and iron. All right. So let me go to this bench. I don't think I've got. I can do the land claim. So let's just do that real quick. So I can do, because I've got the stone I needed and I got the gold I needed. So I'm going to hit max with this. I can make 7. I don't need 7. I think I'm going to do 4 for now. I'll make 4 of them. And I was just going to scroll down to see if I can make the masonry bench yet. I need to make planks to do the masonry bench. So I'm going to make some planks. It looks like I don't have enough wood. Okay, so let's cut some more trees down. Because I need to make the planks to get the masonry bench. And the masonry bench is going to allow us access to the stone tools. So we'll just cut this one tree down and go. Oh, my axe is almost depleted. That's why I'm thinking about, I think I only need 5 bundles of planks. So I'm just going to hit 5 bundles. As you can see, it queued it next. I've got the land claims now. Let's wait for the, okay, so there's a bundle. I think that bench takes 8 planks. Let me just hit E here on the bench, scroll down. That's a carpentry bench, the masonry bench. Oh, it takes 12. All right, so it takes 12. Now I should be able to make it masonry bench, craft. That's going to take a minute to craft. Well, while we're waiting a minute, we're going to hit 5 because that's where the land claims went. How you claim land in this game is chunk base. They divided the land up into these squares. Let me just come down here so that you can see the best way to look at these squares. And because the terrain is quite curvy. I'm trying to go down to a place where it's flat so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so this is a flat piece of chunk. So basically, if I put this claim here, I would own everything within it, and the world would not destroy it. So that's the thing about public areas. If you build on a public square that's not claimed, the game system will destroy items or degrade those items over time. So the world gobbles them up. So if you want to stop somebody from building on your land, you put a claim. But if you want this game system to not gobble up the stuff you've built, the hardworking stuff you built, then you got to put a claim down. You got to put one of these claim nodes down. What I'm going to do is I'm putting a claim node. See, these iron are on, basically that iron there is on one claim, part of it, and then also on this claim. So if I want to keep control of these, I would need to put a claim marker here, and it won't let me reclaim. See, now everything's in red. It won't let me reclaim stuff I've already claimed. And then I put that there. Now I own these two squares in the game. All right? And if I want, I'll put a claim here and a claim here. And now I own all 4 of the squares around this area. Now, I can, if I don't like where those claim markers are, I can put the hammer in my hand by hitting 3, hold the right mouse button down, and pick them up. And then if I go to my inventory, the claim markers are in my quick bar again. I'm going to hit 5, and you can see these land was freed up to reclaim if I want, because I freed it up by removing the claim. Now I might as well just see if I can put the claims all together here on this. See, maybe the terrain will let me do it. Sometimes the terrain won't let you put a claim in. And the reason why I'm trying to put this as close as possible, these things as close as possible together, like that, is because if someone destroys any of these, it frees up the land. So by putting them together like that, I can build something around them to protect them so somebody can't take the land from me. So the simplest way for somebody to take your land is to destroy your land claim shrine, and it frees up the land. All right, so we've got some, we should have the masonry bench done. We have the planks done. Now, to have a stack, like right here, I've got wooden planks. I got 8 of them. To have that stack is the middle mouse button, hold it down, then move it, and now it's 4 and 4. Hold it down, then move it, and it halves it. And then you can just restack them. That's how you have items in this game, by just holding down the middle mouse button, dragging, and it halves it. All right, so we've got the masonry bench made. We're now on protected land, so people can't use these benches now, and the world system isn't going to gobble them up. So we're going to go into the masonry bench. The stone axe requires sticks, and the pickaxe requires sticks and stones. So now, as I said, your sticks are really needed. That's why we made the carpentry bench first, is to make sticks. So now I'm going to go down here and get some more logs, because I need them. To do anything, we're going to have to cut some trees down. So while those sticks are being churned around on the table and being created, I just used up that pickaxe. So not pickaxe, but that wood axe. See, it's no longer, it broke. So now I've got the pickaxe that they gave me. So while I'm waiting for those sticks to be made, we'll just bang on some iron nodes. We'll just bang on some nodes just to eat up some time. Here on the iron nodes, they randomly give you iron per hit. Also, you're going to get stone and iron. So you're getting 2 resources from these items. And that's why I believe that out of all the resources in the game, this one is far better than anything else. Now, you can live without oil. You can live without copper. But when it comes to really wanting to do stuff in this game, not having iron is something that you really can't really live without, kind of thing, right? I mean, so now let's go to the masonry bench. I can now make the stone axe. I'll craft one of those. I'm going to craft one of the pickaxes. Now these pickaxes and these tools have higher durability than the rinky-dink wooden ones that were in my inventory before. So like I said, I like to place those down here like that. The other thing you need to know about this game is you got to pay taxes in this game. And the easiest way to pay your taxes is just go up to your land claim, hit E, and it tells me that I got 100 tax credit right now for the 4 chunks of land I own. So that means I pay two value every 24 hours. So in 24 hours period, this would go to 190. This would go to 98. It would go to 98 because it's 100. So it'd go to 98. In 24 hours, it'd go down 2 more, then 2 more, 2 more. How you boost this up is you just put whatever you want into as fuel, and it gives you credit for it. So now I'm at 103. If I put what if I put these logs in there? I'm at 139. So depending on what you put in there, the system gives you a value, and it allows you to add to your claim, your time. If this goes to 0, if the land claim value goes to 0, this 139 goes to 0, that system that I told you about that gobbles up your stuff will take effect. So the system itself will say this is no longer claim land and start destroying your stuff. And it takes some time for it to do that, but it will do that. Now under the masonry table, this is where you're going to make most of your stone stuff. If you want to make stone buildings, it's all here under the table. The carpentry table is more or less your wooden stuff. And then you've got here, this is your basic, stuff that the system gives you, like doors and bed. Now the bed, you want to make a bed because you want to be able to link your death spawn to it. So that's really important. And we need wooden blocks and we need fiber for that. So let's do that real quick. So let's go to the chopping axe and cut some trees down here. And you'll notice that when this tree falls down, the value of what we get back is higher because it's a better tool. It's just a better tool. And again, I don't think the game sound is coming on to OBS. So let me go back to settings here and find out why. Okay, so let's just put the master sound. Oh, let's just put it on recommend. Oh, and apply. Looks good. Okay. All right, resume. Oh, it could be my sound tray too on my computer that's causing it. I was playing around with the sound tray earlier. I might have just gimped the sound across my my whole system. So the game does have a pretty good soundtrack. It gives you the animation sound when you're chopping trees. I can barely hear it, but when I look over to the OBS that I'm doing this video on, I don't see it being registered over there. So that's okay. Believe me, it's got a good soundtrack. All right, so let's build some wooden blocks. Let's maximize that. I can do 32 wooden blocks. I'm still making sticks. My inventory is going to be full here pretty soon. Now we need the fiber. So I've got some extra sticks. Why don't we feed the claim? Look how much I get for sticks. Look at that. So if you just feed your claim with sticks, you'll be fine. You see how easy it was to make sticks? It was just ridiculously easy. So let's go down here and get some fibers so that we can make this bed. Then I'm going to go talk to you about the king and how that system works. Then we're going to jump over to, I'm foraging. To get out of foraging, just hit the jump. I was trying to get the fiber. Just make sure you're hovering over the fiber node. We are going to build something real quick here. Once we get some fiber going on here, those wooden blocks are going to be handy for us to to make something. We're just looking for fiber. This is the other reason why I like this spot, is fiber is quite plentiful, and fiber is something that you're going to need for most everything. And you get 5 fiber per node that you find. And again, this spot right here is quite nice. All right. I think that's going to be enough fiber. We'll do one more just to be, I usually think I played this game enough I'd memorize what a bed takes. All right, there we go. Also note that there is a respawn function in the game. This is important to you if you get stuck in the game. Hit the T, that brings you into the text window, or you can hit the slash, the question mark, slash on the question mark, and that also brings you into the, and what you want to do is once you get into that window, then you want to type /stuck, and it will respawn you. And I would suggest doing it after you get a bed, because it respawns you to your bed. If you do it without a bed spawn, then what's going to happen is you're going to get randomly sent somewhere on the map randomly. Okay, so I need the wooden blocks now. So let's open this up. Oh, I'm still making sticks. Okay, cancel making sticks. We've got enough sticks now, Tarkus. Man, we got enough sticks. So now it's making wooden blocks. It doesn't take long to make them. I think it's quite generous, only 5 seconds to make a wooden block. I think that could be doubled or even quadrupled in time. I mean, it's a lot. It's fast. So your construction rates, you can put something up quick. I mean, that's the crazy thing about it. So now I can do the wooden bed, and I'm going to hit craft. All right, so that's doing its thing. While we're waiting on that to do its thing, I'm going to grab a few more of these blocks here. What I got here? I got a sand block, just to show you how building works in this game. All right, so now I'm going to grab the blocks that are in my inventory and bring them down to a hotbar. Don't need these sticks down here. I could put the food back here. How you eat in this game is, you see I put the pear in the 5 slot, hit 5, then hit E, and you consume it. See, my food meter went up. So did my water a little bit. So there you go. I just ate. All right, so now I'm going to go to the 6 slot where the block is. The block is in my hand, and you can see this nice little window comes up, or this shadow of a block that allows me to rotate it with the middle mouse button. See, I'm rotating it with the little mouse button. And to put it down, you got to hold the left click. Hold the left click. Don't just hit it once. If you hit it once, nothing gets dropped. And then what you need to do is to link it up. You got to rotate it. Once you've linked up 2 blocks, the system now remembers the orientation, and you can just seamlessly start just building. See how easy that was? It's the floor to my house if that's what I want to do. Now let's go back into here and grab the 16 blocks. And this is what I'm saying is these blocks are quite easy to make. So now I can come out here with this. And I can start covering these nodes, these claim nodes, so nobody can destroy them. Now we are on the PvE server, so nobody's going to be able to destroy them anyway. But if you're on a PvP server, this is how you go about protecting them. As you just start building to protect them. See how I protected them? Now I've got this little mini room here with them in here. And if I went all the way around, I could protect them. I also could box in these nodes here if that's what I want to do. All right, so that's the basics, guys. Let's talk about the king and how the king works. Then we're going to jump over to the main server so that you can see what Tarkus has made in this game so that you get a better understanding of what's possible. When you come up to the king area, be wary. There's a lot of bears up here. There's undead. See that undead creature right there? He's in the field. They come out at night, and they come out of those shrines. So you gotta. I'm gonna hit M. I'm gonna get rid of those markers that I've got here. These pings. All right. So they're not in the distance anymore. So the king. This is the king's throne. Anyone that plays the game can come up here and claim the throne by just sitting in this chair by hitting E. I don't know who owns it. This is, you go to this, if you're the king, you can manage the kingdom. I can't really manage anything here because somebody else owns the kingdomship. So if I go to tab and go to kingdom up here at the top, you've got skills, guild, kingdom. It tells me that the Iron Kingdom is ruled by this person of the Lion King. He's asking for a 2% tax rate for 24 hours. And he owns this kingdom. Now, I'm not going to take the throne from him because this is not my server. This is not the server I play on. So I'm not going to do anything for him to mess up what he's got going on here. So I'm just going to go down here. And I will go back after this video and get rid of the stuff that I've placed in this world. So I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go to leave server. And again, I'll come back to this world, this PvE world, and just remove my stuff off the map. So it's not dirtying up the PvE server because there's nothing really that stuff's going to stay there until I run out of taxes, which could be like a month from now. The more land claims that you have, the more taxes you're going to pay. So I'm going into the server in which I actually play the game. And we're just going to look at some of the stuff that I made, and then we're just going to button up the tutorial. System's going to load the world. This happens anytime you load into the world. It gives you an updated version of what the map looks like. Okay, so I'm here. I'm going to hit V. Now, I was here. I don't know why I'm naked. Oh, I'm naked because a boar had killed me, and I had to go retrieve my stuff. I was down here in the boar had, the boars and me are not friends in this game. The boars are just crazy hard. Okay, this is me in the gear that I've made for this game. And when you die in this game, you drop everything. I'm in the same structure that we were in the other server. So we're going to go down. Oh, there's a bear right there. We're going to go down to where got my base for this realm. I'm going to run down. The armor sets are pretty cool. I have talked a little bit with the developer about maybe getting it to be a little bit better. I mean, it looks cool, but its defensive abilities seem to be too nerfed for my liking. There's animals in this game. Basically what I'm wearing here is the best gear in the game, and there's some animals in this game that are still handing it to me. And I don't know if the damage reduction is just off or they've just nerfed it too much, because I would think that if you're in a full plate of iron steel armor, that an animal won't be able to take 90% of your hit points with one hit. But there are some animals in this world that do that. So I'm hoping that they're going to balance that. Hopefully they will when they get more feedback from people. I know if you use a bow that you've got an advantage. You can make a bow, you can make arrows in this game, so you can stay at a distance and shoot at those animals. But Tarkus likes to play melee. Like, this is a sword I have in my hand. Tarkus likes to play melee, and I like to get up close. So it just seems like, if you try that strategy, you're just going to have to, it's a nail biter. It really is. Anytime you go to fight anything aggressive, it's a nail biter. The deers, the rabbits, not so much. Those are easy to kill. Not too much of a problem. All right, well, I'm just going to pause here for a second to get I'm walking up a hill here. I'm going to get some of my energy back so I can run. All right. We're coming up to that road that we saw on the other server that goes down to those other iron nodes down there. We saw that. Now this is my house up here. I built this entire structure myself. I used no admin or anything. I collected everything you see here normally on the server, and I built here to protect these 3 iron nodes. This is the exact same location that we were on the other server. This is the exact same location. And I boxed in those nodes. Got it. And so I've got stuff going on in here. I've got my furnace. I've got my smelter. You know, right now nothing's cooking because I don't have fuel. I have to put fuel in there. So how that works is I've got to go get some logs. Let me see if I've got, actually I think I got some oil in one of these stances here. I'm going to grab the oil out of here. I can turn that on because I've got oil in here, and you just hit on. So anything in the game you can turn on and off so it doesn't suck up your resources. So here I can drop that oil now that I pulled out of there into here, and I can turn this on again. And it re-queues, it starts making the items that I had queued. So there it goes. And at any time, I can just shut it off, and it will not cook those items. Same thing with for this here, to make better tools and weapons, you need this furnace, and to make good armor, you need this anvil. And to make cloth and leather armor, you need this spinning wheel. And these are all the things that you can make in the game. You just need to go out and gather the resources to do it. Then I just made this little tower here for this area. So now this is the first building I made in the game. Now we're going to go look at the king area. So that's this area. I made this little sitting area up here. This is a jail. I can stick people in this jail if I want. Made this little sitting area. Get some tanning racks out here. Another water collector. But I made that entire building myself. No admin controls. Just did it myself. Just went out and gathered the resources and got it. So now what we want to do is we want to go up to how the king is here. On this server, what they've done here. See, on this server, the king has boxed in that throne so nobody can just go in and take it. And guess who the king is? Yeah, it's me. I built all of this. Everything you see here, I built it myself. Went and gathered the resources. And built it all. Everything you see here. So I built this entire castle. I built my original home. I built all of this. And I am the king. And now, because I am the king, I can go up to these things and look at, I can change the tax rate if I want. On my server, it's 5%. And if I go into this crate, this is where when you pay to the shrine. So if I go into this box here, I can pull these items out because I'm the king. Anytime you pay to one of the shrines, I've got one in shrine here. Anytime you pay to the shrine, you get credit. I'm at max. But it goes into this loot box. See, they're here now. So any tithing or tax you pay goes directly to the king. And they can open this box and utilize anything that you have put into your... That's why sticks, if you don't want to prop your king up, you can give him sticks and whatnot. And and then the king can't use, it's kind of useless to them at this point. Sticks are not my thing right now. I mean, if people were shelling me stone or even logs, I'd be able to continue building. So this is how the game has been designed. And it's a PvP game. So this is a PvP server I'm on. So anyone can join the server if they want and try to take this castle from me. That's all they need to do is get to this throne. Sit on it, and that's it. So I'll jump down here so I can show you the unstuck feature while we're here. I'm going to hit the T. I'm going to hit slash. That's by the question mark slash stuck. And I'm going to hit enter. Please stand still while we respawn you. Okay, so it sent me back to my house where I have my bed here on the roof of the house. This is the house we were standing on. And that's how the unstuck feature works in this game. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it didn't drive you out of your mind. But that's how the game works generally, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. All right, thank you for joining me, and this has been the Tarkus Zone.